It might seem surprising, but more and more consumers are ditching their EVs for good old gas-powered cars. What's driving this shift away from the green revolution? Are electric vehicles losing their charm? In today's video, we'll dive into the surprising reasons behind this trend and explore why people are trading in their electric rides for gasoline engines. Is it about range anxiety, cost, or is it something else entirely? Stay tuned to uncover the truth behind this unexpected change. Hybrid and electric vehicle ownership has been growing rapidly, but for many American consumers, EVs are still a new experience. Gas-powered cars have been the norm for over 100 years, so it's no surprise that transitioning to EVs comes with a learning curve. As more people make the switch, how are they adjusting to the new way of driving and fueling? And what can early adopters share with those considering going electric? A study by AutoInsurance.com surveyed over 1,000 EV and hybrid owners to understand the benefits they've enjoyed and the challenges they faced. The results show that 95% of EV and hybrid owners are satisfied with their vehicles, compared to 89% of gas-powered car owners. And while 55% of electric and hybrid owners would recommend their cars to family and friends, only 31% of gas car owners felt the same. Despite this high satisfaction, many EV and hybrid drivers wish they'd known more about charging issues, battery life, and ownership costs before buying. Common challenges included high battery replacement costs, limited driving range, and long charging times. However, the benefits, lower operating costs, environmental friendliness, and energy efficiency made the switch worth it for many. Tesla topped the list of popular electric car brands, followed by Chevrolet and Nissan, while Toyota led the hybrid market with Honda and Ford trailing behind. EV owners also praised the driving experience, enjoying instant acceleration, smooth rides, and quiet operation. Hybrid drivers also had positive feedback, though not as enthusiastic as EV owners. Gas-powered car owners, while generally satisfied, found their driving experience to be more traditional and less thrilling compared to EVs. In terms of safety features, electric cars came out on top, offering more advanced innovations than their gas-powered counterparts. Most hybrid and EV owners are quite satisfied with the overall cost of ownership, although many admit they wish they'd known more about these costs before buying. Despite this, they're generally pleased with what they spend on their EVs and hybrids, especially compared to gas-powered car owners who are much less likely to be satisfied with the cost of their car ownership. One of the top reasons hybrid and EV owners are happy with their choice is the environmental benefits. Hybrid drivers in particular appreciate the energy efficiency and reduced reliance on fossil fuels, while EV drivers tend to focus more on the lower operating costs and the tax incentives that come with owning an electric car. However, tax credits and incentives can still be confusing for many. While programs like the IRS's Federal Clean Vehicle Tax Credit and resources from the Alternative Fuels Data Center provide guidance, not everyone's aware of how these benefits work. In fact, only about 20% of EV owners and 13% of hybrid owners listed tax incentives as a top benefit. This shows that, while these incentives exist, they aren't necessarily a driving force behind many people's decisions to go electric or hybrid. Even though EV and hybrid ownership comes with numerous advantages, it also has challenges. Charging convenience, range, and resale value were some of the biggest concerns mentioned by drivers. Maintenance costs for certain brands, learning to adapt to new technology, and worries about rapid depreciation due to the fast-evolving market were additional worries. One of the most common pain points for EV owners is long charging times. In the study, 59% of respondents said they own vehicles that need to be plugged in to charge, and this process can take hours. While most drivers charge their vehicles at home, long charging times can disrupt their daily schedules, especially if they don't have access to a home charger. Despite these issues, the majority of hybrid and EV owners would still recommend their vehicles to others. In fact, 61% of EV drivers and 53% of hybrid owners said they'd suggest their cars to friends or family. This level of enthusiasm far outpaces that of gas-powered car owners, whom only 31% would recommend their vehicles. And this highlights a key difference. Those who have made the switch to electric or hybrid tend to be more satisfied and passionate about their vehicles than those still driving traditional gas-powered cars. Since electric cars are still relatively new to the market, many consumers may not know everything they need to know before buying one. One of the top concerns EV and hybrid owners expressed was the length of time it takes to charge the vehicles. Unlike filling up a gas tank, which only takes a few minutes, charging an EV can take several hours, depending on the type of charger used. While home chargers are convenient, not every EV owner has one, which can make long charging times more inconvenient when relying on public charging stations. Another common issue EV and hybrid drivers face was the availability of charging stations. While infrastructure is improving, it's still not as widespread as gas stations, and this can make longer trips challenging. Many EV and hybrid owners found that while their operating costs were lower than gas-powered cars, they hadn't anticipated some of the additional costs that came with EV ownership. For example, while drivers save money on gas, they might face higher electricity bills if they're charging at home. Additionally, the cost of replacing a battery, if needed, can be expensive, and some owners weren't fully aware of this before purchasing their vehicle. Overall, the benefits of owning a hybrid or EV, such as lower operating costs, environmental friendliness, and energy efficiency, clearly outweigh the challenges for most owners. As the market for electric and hybrid vehicles continues to grow, it's likely that many of the current challenges, such as charging times and infrastructure, will improve. In the meantime, EV and hybrid owners are at the forefront of this automotive revolution, enjoying the perks of greener, more efficient driving, while helping to pave the way for future adopters. Tesla's popularity has helped build a strong network of over 150,000 charging ports across the U.S., giving many Tesla owners confidence in their ability to find a charger. Tesla's supercharger network is a big reason for their peace of mind. For hybrid and EV owners, it's not just charging that's a concern for many. Many also have questions about their car's battery. They wonder how long the battery will last, how much it will cost to replace, and what maintenance will look like over time. Battery performance plays a huge role in the vehicle's real-world range, which can vary depending on external factors like weather and driving conditions. The U.S. Department of Energy reassures owners that most manufacturers offer 8-year, 100,000-mile warranties on EV batteries. Still, because the technology is so complex, servicing EV batteries typically requires a visit to a dealership service center. Battery replacement costs remain somewhat uncertain, although prices have dropped since 2008. For example, a replacement battery for a Toyota Prius Prime can still cost around $10,000, about one-third of the car's MSRP. Despite these high costs, many hybrid and EV owners are drawn to the potential fuel savings and tax incentives. There are tools to compare fuel efficiency between gas and electric cars, which can help buyers figure out which is cheaper for them. On average, it costs about $60 a month to charge an electric car, typically cheaper than fueling a gas-powered vehicle. There's also a noticeable divide in the EV market between more basic models and those with luxury features. For example, the Chevrolet Bolt EV is one of the most affordable electric cars, starting at around $27,000. On the other hand, at the luxury end, the Rolls-Royce Spectre EV costs around $400,000 and comes with premium features like four-wheel steering, digital instrumentation, and even umbrellas built into the doors. Toyota led the hybrid market, followed by Honda, Ford, and Hyundai. Tesla dominated the EV space, with Chevrolet and Nissan trailing behind. Surprisingly, 47% of hybrid and EV owners plan to keep their vehicles for over a decade, likely encouraged by the generous battery warranties. Hey, we hope you loved our video. If so, comment in the section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.